What's going on, everybody? Give me a few minutes. Let me check my sound. And I want to go ahead and apologize in advance. I'm a little late today. Well, I won't say a little late. I'm very late. Let me check my sound here. This because it really made me think. The question that my classmate Demetra asked, it was a great question that she asked me. And her question was, why do people hate on success of others silently? Why they do it silently? They hate on success of other people's success quietly, silently, she asked. And I thought it was a very powerful question because we all have seen it happen. Right? We all have seen it happen, or we probably already experienced it, going through it, or whatever it may be. And I'm sure it's real. It's real. The hate is real. The evil is real in today's age. Instead of celebrating someone else's success, people become jealous or negative about the whole ordeal. They may think, why them? Why them? Instead of asking, what can I learn from them? And that's what I always used to tell people, especially when I'm coming up in the ranks in the Marine Corps. Mitra asked me, and I said I'm going to ask you guys, is definitely something to think about. And it was a very powerful question that she asked. And I really liked Demetra's answer. She said, why don't you just ask them how they did it instead of being jealous and silently? And then I had to think about that for a minute. And I said, successful people often have vulnerable experience to share instead of criticizing someone who's doing well, asking questions, learn from their journey, find out what habits they changed, what mistakes they made, and what kept them going through hard times. That's how we grow, in general. Why not ask them? Why don't you get the blueprint, get the blue book, and find out what it is that they done to get to where they're at? Don't let your pride stop you from learning. Success leaves clues. It always leaves clues. So the next time you see someone doing something that you admire, don't hate. Ask. You might be one conversation away from learning something that changes your own life. Point blank. Just one conversation. You see somebody, ask something. It's kind of like you see say something. You see something you like, you enjoy it, ask them, how did they achieve that? Which route did they take to see if it can intertwine with what you got going on? So don't never hate on a person, because I know people going to say, well, you can't block your blessings, what God has for you. That's true. You can't block your blessings, what already God has set for you. But I tell you what, you could damn sure struggle to get it. And He'll make sure that you humble yourself. Most definitely. He definitely would make sure you humble yourself. So that was a very good question, Demetra. And I hope we get some people in the comment that can elaborate on that, so I have the opportunity to give you some feedback on that question. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there before I get started, because before I forget about it, and I had to bring that up because it was a very, very interesting question that she had. So we're going to start out. Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the live. I know I'm late. Like I say, I apologize in advance. Charge it to my head, not my heart. If you're new here, my name is Michael, and I love talking about travel, healthy things in life, living in general, health as well, and sharing products that may can help some of you guys on your journey, or your travel adventures, or your path to becoming healthier, or good eating habits, or good, I want to say good, peaceful habits, because I'll pay for peace. Anything that brings me peace, I'm all down for it. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about one of the most underrated countries we ever visit, because I get this question all the time. And as I told you guys in the last few lives, the live is not going to be bouncing, telling you love stories, or telling you things about shopping all the time or whatever. It's going to be consistent with travel, getting healthier, and the TikTok shop of some items and merchandise that could possibly help you guys on your path or your journey, whatever it may be that you got going on in your life, and you want to take an extra step or move forward on your journey yourself. So that's what it's going to be about moving forward. I always give that people know what their live is about. I do sometimes try to make sure that I have an agenda to talk about, so we don't just be here. Me personally, I can't be on live for 4 or 5 hours searching the net trying to talk about something. I just want to like to have it already laid out, get to the point, get you guys the information that you deserve, get you the information that you're looking for, you're seeking, and we all get offline and go do something else with ourselves. It's not that I have a boring life. I have more than just to sit on the computer all day or be out filming all day. I have grandkids here for the summer, and I have my duties I have to do. I have 3 dogs. I have things I have to do. I got my health. I got to try to focus on health as well. So I don't have a boring life to sit on live all day. All right. So I'm going to make it easier for you guys to get onto the point, get things out the way, and then open up the floor for you guys to ask any questions or have any concerns or anything that you may want to talk to me about. I'm here to talk to you about it. All right. So feel free. All right. So as I said, I'm here to tell you guys tonight, talk a little bit about one of the most underrated countries that we ever visit. And that was Laos in Asia, guys. Laos, for those who don't know, Laos is an inland country. I'm trying to explain it. Excuse me. It's surrounded by land, not on water like Far East, like Vietnam, Philippines, China, and all that stuff. It's inward. It's surrounded by Vietnam. It has Cambodia. It has Thailand, and has China. So we really, to me, I think Laos is a hidden gem. To me, I'm talking about, when I tell you guys, we're talking about the us, I know some people gonna say, oh, there's nothing there. That's what we like about it. We like the nice hospitality, the generous people, no crime, low to no crime. Let me put it like that. So we also be talking about, that completely changed that I think about when I'm on my weight journey, during my weight journey. I ain't gonna say when I'm on it, during my weight journey, about eating habits, do's and don'ts, some of the things I don't do, or some of the things I do, or some of the things I had to learn not to do, or some of the things I need to do more of, such as reducing sugar, eating small portions. And what I noticed while spending time in Vietnam, that's what Vietnam, most of the Vietnamese people are fit. I won't say healthy, because health is all the way around. You can't just say someone healthy by just looking at them. But health is all the way around. I can't just say they're healthy. But for the most part, Vietnamese people are fit. I don't know, say they fit. I won't say they healthy. I just keep it as they're fit. And one of the main reasons that they are fit is, and I'll tell you about that on down. Let me save. I'm not going to spoil it early. I'm going to save it. So if you're here and you're just joining us, let me know where you're watching from. I always enjoy seeing people from all over the world, of course. That's why I try to pick these hours, because I do have friends now overseas, and their time difference is right now they may be late evening, and so I want to come on and give them the opportunity to watch it live. There's a lot of them that do speak English, and there's a lot that learning English, but at the same time I would like give them the opportunity to come on and interact with the live if they have the opportunity. And I want to provide that opportunity with them. So When people think about Southeast Asia, they usually mention only Thailand and Vietnam, correct? But hardly anyone talks about Laos. Hardly anybody talks about Laos. That could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. For us, it's a good thing because that means that all those tourists and people that mean no good is running over there, causing chaos, bringing those ill will intent things over there for those humble people and ruining it for the rest of us good people that like to go and just visit and be comfortable and enjoy life. Point blank. I said it and I'm going to keep saying it. I don't like to be around a whole lot of tourists. I can't stop them from touring, but I can kind of keep myself from being in the middle and the mix of all of them. I like to go and be amongst the locals for the most part, see how the locals live, get acquainted with the locals. The locals people, especially in Laos, are some very humble people. For us, that was part of the magic, getting to Laos. Life moves at a slow pace in Laos. People smile. They're not in a rush to do anything. They're not in a rush to traffic. There's no traffic. Chaotic like the Philippines. The atmosphere is peaceful. We never felt pressured or overwhelmed when we was in Laos at all. Instead, I felt relaxed from the moment we arrived in Laos. I knew that was my spot. When we first got there, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Laos is it. I know people that was following us on the journey, they couldn't doubt to that I was like, yeah, Laos is a hidden gem, baby. They got it going on over here in Laos. And I'm not talking about going on as partying and none of that stuff. I'm talking about going in. Laos had it going on as a very peaceful, relaxing, enjoying place to be. That's what I meant by Laos, that it had it going on. Definitely. Laos, man. I can't never say enough about Laos, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Laos is like a place of no other. It's a place of no other, man. I ain't gonna lie. And if you ever been to Laos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you ever been to Laos. Because those who have never been to Laos, you're missing out. You missing out big time. Because Laos, man, Laos is the place to be. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Laos is definitely the place to be. So, you get the chance to go to Laos. I'm gonna keep saying that about Laos. If you ever get a chance to go to Laos, check Laos out. Check it out. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later if you check out Laos. All right. So, sometimes the places, the places with the fewest tourists end up giving you the best memories. I won't say being the best memory. They end up giving you the best memory because everybody doing the same thing on the tourist note, and you can go to a place where it's hardly any tourists, and you can have the best time it is because you're not in the middle of that rat race with all the tourists, what they got going on. Not even you get the local treatment, as I want to say, as a guest, really as a guest. That's how we feel. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong on how we feel. That's what I'm saying. Now, the people there in Laos made the biggest difference of all, as I keep saying. People were very humble. People were very nice. Do your research on Laos, guys. A lot of people don't know that Laos was the most heaviest bombed country during the war. They tried to wipe, man. But the people are not bitter about it. People are not bitter about what the U.S. did there in Laos. I went to the museum. Go check my videos out, guys. If it's your first time here and you watch me and you haven't went over and subscribed to my YouTube channel, go over to my YouTube channel and check me out. We have two channels, Loving Freedom and Pura Vida on YouTube. That's Loving Freedom, LOVING, FREEDOM. And then the other channel is Pura Vida, my backup channel. You can go over there and check out some of the videos that we have from traveling to Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, over 16 different countries. I think I have the videos up on there now. Maybe I know at least 12 easily. Some of them haven't even put videos up yet, but go check it out, guys. You'll thank me later. Check out Laos. Make sure you go and check out Laos. Now, the biggest reason we love Laos wasn't just the scenery, because the scenery, the infrastructure is not really no big skyscraper building like you see in the background here, Thailand, or none of that like that. It wasn't no big old skyscraper building and stuff like that. It was the people. Everywhere we went, people was welcoming and kind. You didn't have to feel like you was just another tourist over in Laos. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You didn't have to feel like you were just another tourist. You know, they were patient, respectful, and proud of their country. Proud of their country. Those kinds of experience stay with you for a very, very long time, even after your vacation ends. You know, so that's what made traveling so special for us. You know, when we travel to places like that and build memories. We don't travel to just travel to go say we've been there. We travel for peace. We travel to build memories. It makes me feel happy when my grandkids tell me, Grandpa, we saw you and Grandma when y'all was in China, or we saw your video. Or I have one of my granddaughters, she walk around here and she'll sing my Freedom song. The song that I used to use on my intro and stuff. You know, she pretty much know the whole song. It makes me happy when I hear her, you know, sing it and stuff. So, you know, they let me know that we're building memories for them as well. You know, not just for ourselves, but for generations, you know, to come and the kids to see. That's what makes us want to do more and want to stay healthy, to be able to travel and do these things, because health is wealth. You can have all the money in the world, but you don't have your health, you can't go. One challenge that I encourage everyone to do is try to reduce or eliminate added sugar for 60 days, guys. I'm going to be checking back with you guys periodically through these live streams. I want you guys to make yourself a commitment starting today. Let's see if you can cut back, reduce, or eliminate sugar in its entirety for 60 days. If you do it for 60 days, reducing it, you will definitely see a difference, guys. So today, weigh yourself, take upon yourself to weigh yourself, right? Make your little note of what you ate that had added sugar. I'm not talking about your fruits and stuff like that, because fruits do have a lot of sugar. You have to eat in moderation as well. But make yourself a note of what you have eaten. Just jot it down real quick on something. But better yet, you guys see this? That's why I don't do live. I can't stay on live like that no more. Best thing to do as well, check your labels on some of those stuff that you're putting in your body and see how much added sugar is added. They'll tell you how much added sugar, all right? And you can actually go to ChatGPT and you can start scanning the labels and chat to keep up with how much extra sugar you've been intaking today. And that way it'll help you try to reduce some of your sugar, cut back, or cut it out completely. But I'm not asking you to stop with sugar forever, because I know none of us will be able to do that. None of us, you know, because I eat fruits a lot, and fruit has a lot of sugar as well, but it's not added sugar, right? So I'm talking about basically eliminating added sugar. Let's cut back on the added sugar for 60 days and see how that can help you. You know, those are one of the first challenges you should do within yourself. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. And I'm talking about treating yourself with a healthier life, cut down, reduce some of that sugar, added sugar. Let me keep saying added sugar. And do it for 60 days and you will see the big difference. It's going to be hard from the beginning. I know a lot of people are going to say they crash because they got to have that sugar, but that sugar is actually doing us a lot of harm than it is helping us. You get your sugar already, you're going to get your energy from your fruits. Your fruits has a lot of sugar. So you don't need to eat anything that has a lot of extra sugar added, guys. You don't need it. I'm just going to tell you that up front. You don't need it. You really don't. So just for 60 days, guys, can you do it for 60 days and check back in with me and let me know how things are going? For many of us, it does, us don't even realize how much added sugar is in them soft drinks, that candy, that dessert, that flavored coffee drinks, and processed snacks, guys. Yes, I see. Oh, man. Whew, don't let me. I'm not here to judge or try to make it seem like I'm better than no one else, because I'm guilty by association as well with some sugar from time to time. But I see people each and every day. They go to these places, these coffee places, Starbucks or whatever it may be, and they getting these frappies, these cappuccinos, and all this added sugar, all loaded down with sugar, and they drinking they getting the big tall cups. They ain't getting the little small cups. They getting the big tall cups and walk around. They bigger than a mother. I mean, not to just, hey, it is what it is, man. If you cut down on some of that sugar, you can live a little bit longer. I'm just going to give you that cut and raw. I ain't sugarcoating it. Cut down on some of that sugar. That added sugar will take you up out of here. And that processed food. A lot of processed food. I'm guilty like us, a little bit. I don't splurge a lot. Not lately. Coming up on October will be a year that I really started changing my eating habits. Slowly. I really didn't start changing my eating habits and get my steps in until I went overseas. We got overseas end of last year. And I started, y'all see me on my videos. I'm out trying to get my steps in. Me and my wife and I, we would share meals. We eat one time a day. We would share meals, but we would get our protein shake in during that day. So we was considering that's 2 meals. The protein shake was considered as a meal for us. And then we would go out and get 1 meal that day, preferably about 3 or 4 o'clock that day, and eat a meal. We would share a meal most of the time. And I learned that from being around the Asian people. And the reason why I said that is I might be, getting off subject about the sugar a little bit, but while I'm thinking about it, the sugar over there in Asia, especially Vietnam, we all into coffee. Got to have our coffee. They have a lot of coffee. They're the number one. I think they're the number one coffee region in the world because they have so much different coffee. But you know one thing? The Vietnamese people don't drink coffee really. Not like we do. Basically, for the most part, all those coffee shops was for the tourist people, for the foreigners coming there. They drink tea. When I was going to my physical therapy over there, doing my body, lymphatic drainage and all that stuff, you guys seen my video. They always make me, before they work on me, they made me drink a little small cup of warm tea. And after I finish my session, they made me drink another thing of warm tea. And I bought back bags of that tea from Vietnam. Yes, that tea is number one, guys. Vietnamese people know what they doing. Trust me. Health-wise, they know what they doing. That tea was, oh man, that's like I said, I bought back enough tea to last me, I think, until I do go back. And the tea is good. And they don't drink tea with adding sugar or that sweet tea we drink. They drink herbal, natural tea. They take the tea and they have the little tea. I wish I had my thing. I would show you guys. And they will put the herbal tea into the little strainer, and they will pour their water over it and drain it down into their cup or into their tea kettle and sit there and sip on tea. That's what they do. They even told me, stop drinking cold water. Drink warm water, room temperature, warm water. It may not sound logical. It may not sound right, but after you start thinking about it, it kind of makes sense, because when they use the heat rated RF to melt the fat under your skin, the layer of the skin, that RF goes so deep, it has to penetrate. It'd be hot going through your skin, but not hot on your surface of your skin. That's melting the fat on the layer. So when you're drinking cold water or cold things, it's hardening that fat in your body. It's making that fat solid. It's making that fat solid. So you get your lymphatic is not draining. As I said the other night, you have to drain your lymphatic areas. It's to drain toxic waste out your body. And once you get that fat broken down, it can discharge. You're supposed to, when you urinate, you're supposed to be releasing toxic at the same time, cleansing out of your body, flushing the waste out your body, whether it's solid waste or liquid waste. You're supposed to be releasing the waste out your body. All right. Tea, warm temperature water. I know you're gonna say I gotta have my iced tea with my sugar. I gotta have my frappuccino coffee and all that. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do with your body or whatever. I'm just telling you some of the things that I have experienced myself. My wife and I have experienced, and that was very helpful. So I'm passing on some gems to you guys for free of charge. Basically, I'm just talking to you about going overseas, learning some of these Asian, I want to say, help remedies, things to help. You know, they have remedies for things to reverse fatty liver, diabetes. They have a lot of stuff going on with them over there. Kind of like Dr. Zebi when he left and went to live in Mexico, Honduras part, and he started living off, whole food. Food is medicine, doing all that stuff. You keep putting all this medicine, pharmaceutical medicine in your body, you're really not doing anything but destroying you inside, pretty much. I mean, food is medicine. You have the medicine there. You don't have to get chemicals made to give yourself medicine. If you just start going, once again, go and get your lab work, your blood work done, learn what's going on within your body internal, and then you can go from there. Then you'll know what's going on with you. You'll know what you need to adjust to do anything. All right. I was borderline. I remember last year when I did lab works, I was borderline diabetic. I was like, what? They said borderline. I said, oh, hell no. I don't want that mess. And guess what? No, perfect. I had my LDLs, high LDLs. I was borderline, well, not say borderline, but borderline diabetic. And my liver enzyme was high. And they were thinking it because of drinking, alcohol, which could play a part of that too. But I cut down on that, cut away from all that stuff. No problem. Had easy, But I started watching what I was eating. I started reading labels. I started eating more whole foods. I started trying to get them steps in, even though it caused me problems. You guys have seen videos after I go and try to do some steps and get some steps in. I come back, I got to put that heat pad or that TENS unit on me because I have sciatica issues, neuropathy problems, stuff like that, bowling disc, all that type of stuff going on. But in turn, when they gave me the blueprint, the roadmap of my internal, what was going on in my body, I knew I could see that. I could see the outside of my body. I could see that I was a big, fat, nasty mother. You know what I'm saying? Fat and slobby, And I really, I wasn't really liking what I was seeing then, but I wasn't motivated either to do something about it as well. So I went and got that blueprint of what was going on inside me. And the blueprint I'm talking about is the lab work. I got the lab work done so I could start working on myself internal. I didn't need a doctor to tell me what I need to do, how I need to do it. Yes, of course they told me. But what I did was I took my lab work, once again, as I told you guys in the last live, I took my lab work. I entered my lab work into Chat GPT. And Chat told me basically what the doctor was going to do their research. Told me what I need to do, what I need to eat, what I need to stay away from, what I need to do to reverse the head the opposite direction so I can live a little bit longer. And I listened to what they said. My personal assistant, I call him my personal assistant, chat. And I took the initiative and just said, I didn't keep putting it off and say, okay, tomorrow, next week, whatever, this and that. No, I said, now it's time. That's why I keep posting do my videos. I put that picture. I didn't even know my wife had took that picture of me standing in the kitchen in the Dominican Republic, in the kitchen cooking. And she said, she make fun of me all the time. Said, you ain't like you used to be. When you was big, your eating habits have changed a lot. Thank God. She said, because you used to be them just finished eating and you be talking about, well, what we going to eat for dinner? What we going to be eating? You be done just finished eating. You're already worried about what you're going to eat later. Eating disorder, man. I had it bad. I started laughing. I said, shit. And you let me walk around here like that? She's like, hey, I love you as you are, but damn. I said, damn, boy. I was bigger. I was a big whale. I mean, shit. 260 at 5'7", 5'8" and a half, 5'7" and a half, 5'8", 260. Man, that's a whopper. But hey, I'm working on it. From 260 to 202. Hey, I think I'm doing pretty good. I talked to you guys about cutting down on the sugar before I got off track. Processed food. When people cut back on added sugar, some notice fewer cravings, steady energy, and then also it can make them easier to manage their calories. Everyone experiences different, but it's interesting. It's interesting that how what worked for one person don't work for the other person. You know what I mean? Some people might say, "Oh, I got to have that. I got to have that Coke. I got to have that Frappuccino. I got to have that Starbucks," whatever it may be. Won't you also take the challenge step? Go buy your own store. I do my own store. I don't buy, even though our daughter, was to Starbucks for many years. I don't go to Starbucks. I buy my own Starbucks and adjust it to the way I like it. I mean, the way that could be beneficial for me. Sometimes I add a little bit of condensed milk, or I add coconut milk, almond milk, something like that. Just to get that make it seem like I'm doing something. Shit, I don't really be doing nothing but drinking coffee. Strong, but it got to be real dark, muddy coffee. Just to add a little bit of that almond milk, coconut milk, or condensed milk in it. Just a little bit, not much. So I challenge you guys, 60 days, and I'm looking forward to hearing back from you guys on down the road of how that's coming along with you guys. All right. Another lesson I picked up while I was traveling was portion size, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. What the people in Vietnam, the Asian people in general, especially Vietnam, Philippines. Not talk bad about my Philippine people. I love them to death. That's another great place to go and visit. People are so humble and nice. But the Philippines are getting there basically like America. And America is U.S. and Mexico. Whether you guys knew it or not, is considered America. United States is #1 obesity place. And Mexico is following behind them. But in Asia, you'll see a lot of small, I won't say it's small, but you will see a lot more petite, slimmer, fit-looking people than you would in the U.S. You look around, you don't see many. Now, I told you guys before, if you're sensitive about your weight, you may want to try to build a little tough skin when you go over there. And if you out of shape out of shape and you got a little weight on you, they will let you know. I remember one day my wife and I was in the elevator with a doctor, and we was going to look at some apartments or something. And the doctor was in the elevator. We knew he was a doctor because he come from the clinic that was next door or whatever. And he walked up the elevator and he speaking to us. And then no problem now. This guy reached over and touched my stomach and said, "You're fat." I said, damn, man, I really, being in another country, it kind of takes you out of that mind frame too, with rudeness or whatever, or being, somebody startling you, because I have PTSD and anxiety and stuff like that. It really didn't start because I was so comfortable being in Asia that I kind of like, the people are so humble that it's like, don't have me on my toes. Don't have me on my edge like it does in the States or in Mexico. And he touched my stomach and said, "You're fat." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I'm working on it. I'm losing weight." He was like, "Okay." Like that. And he just kept on about his business. So if you're sensitive about your weight, I advise you to get some tough skin when you go over to Asia, because they'll call you fat real quick. They will call you fat real quick with no problem. And they'll ask you a lot of personal questions. So in Vietnam, I noticed something interesting. People often seem to eat until they're satisfied, not until they're overly full. And that's what my physical therapist people always told me. You eat in portions. Eat in portions. You got to eat meals like the size of your fist. That's why they say grab a handful of nuts. When you eat nuts, berries, or whatever, grab a handful. That's all you need. Don't overeat. You don't eat till you say, "Oh, I'm stuffed. Oh man, I'm so stuffed I can't do it." You feel miserable. That's glut. They eat just a little bit, enough to satisfy to keep them. They eat enough to stay alive, basically. And once you train yourself, have a better eating habit, it's no problem for you after a while, because you're so used to it. That's the way you're used to eating. That's your body gets adjusted to your gut. You regulate your gut, because everything is regulated in the gut. If your gut is messed up or thrown off, your whole health is going to be thrown off. It's going to be screwed up real bad. So regulate your gut, get your gut in order, and then you can start working on other things. But first you get that lab work and see what's going on inside. Get that blueprint. That'll help you a whole lot. Meals are generally balanced in Vietnam, and people aren't always, chasing giant portions. They come to the table, they have little cups here, they have a little cup of the meat, they have the protein, a little bit of cup of protein, a little cup of rice, and another little soup or something like that. Basically, they portion out, and portions are everything. Portion is everything. You don't want to be glutton, eating a big full meal. That really made me think, when I seen them doing that, I said, "Oh man, start getting you a little smaller plate. Don't pig out. Get a small plate and put whatever you can fit on that plate. Just say, I'm going to have one plate, but get you a little salsa, a little salsa plate, a little small one, and that's going to eliminate. That's all you can eat. Challenge yourself. Just say, I'm going to get a plate, a little salsa, and I'm not going to put no more than I can get on this plate, and go from there. That'll help you out a lot. But maybe our bodies don't actually need that much food at every meal. We really not. We don't really need to eat like that. You don't need no 3 meals a day. Point blank. Try serving yourself a little less, like I just said. If you're still hungry after waiting 15, 20 minutes, you can always have a little more, just a little bit more, if you're still hungry after that, but sometimes that's all it takes is just a little portion, and add just another spoon or two and be done with it. I can't tell you last time we went to a buffet, because it's a waste of money, because we don't eat like that. We don't eat like that at all. It'd be a waste. Most time when we get meal, we share it. We get a meal and we'll share it, like salads. Like every time we go somewhere, we get a big chef salad or whatever, and we share it. That's it. We share a salad. One salad. All the time. We share a meal. All the time. If we get chicken strip or something, whatever, we get 3 pieces maybe, and we share a meal. Basically, that's it. That's how we do it, So my own health journey has taught me that success comes from consistent, not perfection. It comes from consistencies, not perfection. Small changes can add up over time. Maybe this week you can drink more water. You can challenge yourself to drink more water. Try that. Add lemon to it. Add some lemon. Squeeze your lemon in that water. drink a little bit more water. Just start somewhere. That's all you got to do. Maybe add your 1 spoon of raw honey to your water and lemon. Raw honey, I said. Raw honey. Make sure it's raw honey. And maybe next time you can reduce your sugary drinks because you have started having a taste and desire for more with that raw honey than that old sugar, high corn syrup, fructose sugar that they use and all this stuff. Stay away from it. And maybe next week you can start by taking a short walk every day. My therapist started me a couple years ago saying, get up and get moving. Even if it's just walking to the mailbox a couple times a day. Challenge yourself to do at least 5 trips to your mailbox to start. I mean, that's not asking for much, but it's a start. You know, it helps. You got to start somewhere. Healthy habits don't have to happen all at once. Healthy habits don't have to happen all at once. You could take it slow at your own pace. You know what I'm saying? You don't try to do what everybody else do. Don't try to be what everybody be. Do what works for you. Like I always tell people when they ask me, hey, you seen so-and-so do this or they did this or what they did this or whatever. Man, I'm in my own lane. I stay in my own lane. What that person eat don't make me shit. So I don't give a dang about what they got going on. What that person eat don't make me shit. So I don't care. And, you know, what Joe Blow got going on. Point blank. I don't care. I don't care if you don't like me. I want to still love you because that's what I'm instructed to do by the Most High. Show love, love, love. That's between you and the Most High. If you don't like me, oh well, get over it. You know, so just keep moving. That's all you got to do. Keep moving. That's all you got to do. Keep moving. But once again, I want to tell you guys, I want you to go over there and check out my TikTok shop. If you've been enjoying the live, I really appreciate your support as always. Please head over to my main page, Love and Freedom. On Freedom, that's 1 E and 1 M. I know on this right now, you're looking at 2 M's on the 2 E's, but my TikTok shop is on my main channel, Love and Freedom, 1 E and 1 M. Go over there and check out my TikTok shop, guys. I have a lot of great things over there in TikTok shop, healthy habits, travel, gadgets, all kind of things. Go over there and pick up this wallet right here. This RFD wallet where nobody can steal your credit cards and walk up against you and steal off from credit card stuff. I got this in my TikTok shop too. I got everybody in my family one of these. And then I put my little Apple, what you call it? Had a brain fart. Apple tag, my bus. Put my Apple tag in there just in case, you know. Also, I have another. I'm not sure. I have something else. Let me tell you. Go in my TikTok shop. You'll see also it's like a credit card, and it's kind of like an Apple tag. And when you're traveling, I'll talk to you more about this as we do videos about traveling tips. But stay tuned. It's something you really be interested in getting, and I'm willing to share that with you guys to help you guys out. Like I say, I'm here for you guys to pass on all of the great travel tips, the cheat sheet to travel, the cheat sheet to healthy, health fitness, to get healthy, and cheat sheet to shopping good on TikTok shop. So go over there into my TikTok shop and see if you can get something out of there. If it's something in there that you want and you don't, something you've seen before and it's not in my TikTok shop, send me a message at blackmaninmexico@gmail.com. That's blackmaninmexico@gmail.com. I know just what it says, how it says, blackmaninmexico@gmail.com. That's my email. And let me know if something you looking for. I'll try to look around, get you the best deal, and put it in my TikTok store, and then send you a message back and let you know it's there. You can proceed with your order. All right. If there's some things in there as far as health supplements that you may be interested in, and I have them in my TikTok store, and it may be a little pricey, don't fit in your budget, then let me know. I may have some around here in my stash that I can send to you or give to you for free of charge. All right. So just go over there and check it out and let me know if that's something that I can help you out with, guys. And I'll be more than happy to get that out to you. All right. So go over there and check it out.
Yeah.
You know, things that I use, I can speak about it. You know, everyday gear that I use for my personal fitness. I got it. I found it on TikTok and I've been using it. All right. So when you shop through my store, you're helping support my content as well, if you know whether you know it or not. And it also helped me create more content because TikTok will look at it and say, hey, he's doing a great job of giving the people what they need, helping them, you know, and by putting out a TikTok shop, putting stuff in the shop that they need. And so let's keep him going. That's why I'm sent here to talk to you guys and give you guys free gem about traveling, travel tips. Don't be scared to ask questions, guys. Don't be scared to ask how we did it or what we do to do there or get there. Reach out. I'll tell you. I definitely will. All right, before I wrap this up, let me ask you a few questions real quick. Let me ask you a few questions. And we got a lot to talk about, so this won't be the last of us talking about Laos especially. So, have any of you guys ever been to Laos? Anybody in the comment ever been to Laos? If you've been to Laos, drop a comment in the comment section and let me know you've been to Laos and tell me what you think about it. What's one country on your travel bucket list? That's another question for you guys to think about. I give you guys homework, just like Demetra. She came and, you know, left a question for me to ask on the live, and I will read you guys' question on the live, try to get some interaction with it and get you some feedback and give you a shout out as well. So this is homework for you guys. Have anybody been to Laos? What country that you have on your travel bucket list? Could you go 60 days without adding sugar? Without added sugar, not just without sugar, added sugar. That's a big difference. Do you think your portion size is one of the biggest challenges when you're trying to eat healthy? Because I've seen some of you guys' plates that you post on social media when you eat. You look like you got a buffet tray. You look like you got a buffet tray. Just push back a little bit. That's all you got to do. Push back a little bit. I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. I really would. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. If you're enjoying these conversations, please don't forget to follow this account right here. Make sure you follow my main page, Love and Freedom, 1E, 1M. Don't forget, that's where the TikTok shop is at. Love and Freedom, 1E, 1M, over on my main TikTok page. Visit my TikTok shop, see that product, and I can personally recommend basically everything that's in my TikTok shop when it comes to health or equipment. Some of the electronic stuff. So give it a shot. Go over to the TikTok shop and check it out. All right. I appreciate that. Make sure you share this live, guys, with someone who loves travel or working toward healthy habits. Share this live. You should have been shared it already. It should have been shared up a couple times since we've been in here. You know, should have shared it up. Just because you don't want to hear it, don't mean somebody else don't want to hear it. They may be trying to get healthy and live longer, you know, and may have questions about traveling to some of the countries that we've been to. So don't be selfish. Share it up. Friend, family, foes, whoever you know, friend, family, or foes, or whoever you know. Hey, that kind of rhyme. I ain't no rapper or nothing, but I have a sense of humor, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these early morning live. You know, that I done had my little physical therapy workout. I had my shower. I think I'm about 2 more hours. I think I'll be time for bed and get ready to shut it down. But I really do enjoy, sharing this knowledge with you guys, spending these free gems to you guys. Hopefully you guys get out and travel more or start eating healthier. All right. So thank you all for spending part of your morning with me or evening or afternoon, wherever you may be in this world, wherever you're watching from. Just always remember, travel open with an open mind. Healthy habits build for the future. It builds your future, as I was. And every small step counts, guys. Every small step counts. Don't never think that stuff that you do is too small. It ain't too small. Every small step counts. And don't let nobody tell you different. All right? I'll see you guys on the next live. Hopefully tomorrow on time. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm going to push the live back. I want to push it to 5. 5 my time. 7 Eastern time. Yeah, let's do that. Because people have asked me about it, being there early over here on the West Coast. So they can, okay, let's push it back. 5 my time, West Coast time. 7 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to push it back. So I'll see you guys on the next live. Until then, stay healthy, travel often, and keep living in freedom. All right? Guys, hey, I appreciate you guys watching as always. Until the next one. Bye now. Peace. One love.